up, YouTube frogs? We got some exciting stuff to talk about. If you didn't see it on the Twitter sphere, Sonics has finally put out the schedule. A lot of us have always been wondering about when the heck are we going to get to know who plays when, how things are being done, broadcast, this and that. Obviously, the final 2 days of the major are going to be in person, but what about the other days? What about me wanting to watch my favorite team during the group stage? How the heck do I get to tune in? When do I know this stuff is going to happen? Which is really important. Not only is there organizations trying to plan watch parties and all that kind of stuff around their teams, it's tough when schedules and stuff change. Also, Eweg has the right idea. If you guys enjoy the content and you guys like supporting him, check it out. Twitch.tv/Lawler, where we stream every day but Tuesday and Sunday. Also, if you guys could hit subscribe, turn on notifications, all that stuff down below, it's greatly appreciated. But today we're going to be talking about the RLCS Winter Major Primer. We're going to be discussing what the schedule is and everything else going on when it comes to the schedule for the major itself. Day 1, day 2, what the matches are, the order, things to expect, things not to expect, as well as the fact that we may see some teams that, although going to the major, don't get to play in front of a live crowd, which just like hurts my heart a little bit, but that is the reality of competition. So with that said, let's jump over to the other screen and break it all down. Ian Nowakowski. I always butcher Ian's last name. We just go by Ian. Nowakowski. Ian Nowakowski obviously puts up a lot of these articles, but we've got the primer. The primer is going to be telling us step-by-step details. Obviously, you guys know the situation. Next week, starting on the 23rd, we've got the 16 best teams in the world from all over competing in an international event. It's the second major of 3 for this season, which is going to lead to some pretty crazy stuff over in spring, primarily due to the fact that not only are they going to be competing for like the spring major spots, but also world championship wildcard spots. Next split, that is the saving grace despite it being double elimination. So that'll be really cool. But the big thing to pay attention to, obviously, international event. It's going to be going down the 23rd to the 27th. 16 teams, 5 from NA, 5 from EU, 2 from OCE, 2 from SAM, 1 from APAC. Even though those regions are separate, they come together, play qualifier, and progress forward, and so on and so forth. 1 from MENA. You guys know how it goes. No SSA until the wild card. From the 23rd to the 25th, there will not be a live crowd, but there will still be the matches. A lot of people have been kind of confused about this. They will still be broadcasting from a studio, the Face It studio, which is one of the partners with ESL, DreamHack, etc. And that's where the guys will be. All the RLCS casters and stuff will be there. They'll be talking, they'll be doing the thing, and we'll be able to watch on Twitch, YouTube, as always. None of that stuff is going to change. On the 26th and the 27th, that's when you'll be able to go to the YouTube theater in person at SoFi with a live crowd. There will be a lot of cool things going on. I'm sure the experience will be amazing. This is the first time in 2+ years since December of 2019 in Madrid, Spain, that we have had a live crowd at an event. This is going to be nuts. I hope there's signs. I hope there's chants that are more than just the typical USA. If you guys need examples, I've put out tons of videos about what to do, but that will be live crowd. That'll be the playoff bracket. So to get into the specifics of how this all works, let's actually talk about it. So we got the qualified teams. Asia Pacific has Detonator. Europe has Dig, Endpoint, EG, BDS, Queso. Middle East and North Africa's got Sandrock Gaming. North America's got FaZe, G2, Energy, Space Station V1. OS has Pioneers, KCP, end up dropping their team and then going over there. And then their team qualified, which is pretty cool for them. It's an easy way to like slip into major notoriety. Well done. Renegades as your 1 seed. And then in South America, you got Furia and Team Secret. Welcome back, Team Secret, to the RLCS. As for the broadcast, the format, everything else, it's the exact same as the winter split. It is going to be 4 groups of 4 that are going to play in a round robin match. The top 3 teams will progress forward. The 4th team gets eliminated. That's how we get 12 teams in the final bracket. The reason why 12 teams are enabled and allowed to work is because it is a weighted format. If you are the number 1 team in your group, you get an automatic bye into the upper quarterfinals, which means you are guaranteed top 6. Also, because there is an upper bracket and a lower bracket, 2 things. If you start in the upper bracket, you automatically get an extra life. You have the chance to drop down to the lower bracket and play again. And for those in the lower bracket, you've got to win 7 series in a row in order to end up winning the World Championship or the Major in this circumstance. That also means that if you are coming from the lower bracket, the upper bracket team has yet to lose, so you have to do a bracket reset. You have to have 2 losses to be eliminated, and if you're in the upper bracket, you have yet to lose. You got to lose once, reset the bracket, lose again, other team wins. That is how it will go. So, curious about the broadcast, when to tune in, when's your team playing, etc. They have officially announced that schedule, and they're starting off with a banger. We've got FaZe Clan going up against V1. That is how it is going to start. We also know the time that is going to start. The broadcast will be starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time. That is 1 p.m. Eastern for everybody in the United States. So, they're starting off with a very solid match, and there's going to be 2 streams going on at once. There will be the main stream, which is on twitch.tv/Rocket League. And then there will also be the alternate stream, which will be on twitch.tv/RL Esports. 2 different teams, 2 different broadcasts, okay? These are the people in the Face It studio. These people may also be in the Face It studio, or it could be people at home. The last time they did this, it was with the guys at home like Leaf and everybody else that did not go to Sweden. So not sure on how they're going to do that. I have heard rumors that actually all of these people and all of these broadcasts will be from the Face It studio. I've heard there's going to be a ton of broadcast talent that they're bringing out to this event, and there's a lot of matches to cover, so it makes sense. So it is very likely that you see a lot of different teams being covered with still the high-profile RLCS talent, which is awesome. So this time, I think there is going to be official representation, which I think a lot of people are happy about, because last time, as Direct has said in chat, it was a little bit last minute, kind of scuffed per se. This time around, it definitely feels like they're adding a lot of weight to it, which they should. These are high profile matches. These are all the best of the best. So this will be very exciting. Alongside that, there will also be international broadcasts. There will be coverage for different language streams as well. We'll talk about that in a bit. So this is your main stream for day 1. There's going to be 6 matches, both on the main channel and the secondary channel, or the alternate stream. Same thing for the 24th. They have to get through 24 games in 3 days. That's a lot. It's a lot of matches. That's including if there's no tiebreakers or no like game 5 situation. Like it's a long day. Expect at minimum probably 7-8 hour broadcast. So that will be going on over the course of the 3 days. The 23rd, the 24th, and the 25th is all your round robin situation. They also have your lower round matches that are going to be done on the mainstream as well. For those that do not remember, think of them in the team streams. If you were watching your favorite team in the RLCS this regional, they would play their groups, then they would drop down to the lower bracket. That is for the difference between top 8, top 12. And if you lost, you go home. If you win, you go on to the next day. That same thing applies. So if there's any tiebreakers on the final day, they will cover that. If not, it is a quick 4-hour broadcast, which I absolutely love. 4 matches, all elimination matches, super hype. That'll make the 25th a really exciting day if your team is in that. Hopefully not, because that means that they have progressed forward. That means that it's both sides. You're either eliminated and you're not playing in the lower bracket match because you took 4th in your group, or that means that you are an upper qualifier team and you're doing good. So that's going to be a spicy day. That'll be on Friday. That'll be the Friday. So very exciting stuff. So they are saving the tiebreakers for a different day. That is also something that's a little bit different from what people are used to. They are separating the group stage and the elimination side of things. That is a totally separate day. So teams are going to have that extra day to bounce back, which is pretty freaking cool. So excited to see that. Then when we get to Saturday, the 26th, we go into the playoffs. This is playoff bracket, upper lower brackets, and we're going to start with lower rounds so we can fill out the bracket and so we don't have certain people waiting for each other. Also, the day will start with First Touch. First Touch with Dazzler and Rolda's T-Bates will be done in person. That will be starting before the matches start. So if you guys want to be part of the crowd and go support and show your love, if you are there in person, you have the ability to go and watch First Touch live, which is pretty cool. I think that's a really awesome experience for those guys as well. So they're kicking it off with the talk show, podcast, pre-show type of mentality, and then they'll get into the matches. So pretty awesome stuff there. And then Championship Sunday, we've got the upper finals, lower semis, lower finals, grand finals, and then bracket reset if needed. The cool thing about this is the way that they've done scheduling. The days become relatively shorter each time, so you don't have the viewer burn. You're not sitting there for 8-10 hours for the broadcast. Should make things a bit more digestible. I also mentioned about how there's international streams. You see those at the bottom. If English isn't your first language, you can check out these other streams to watch in your native tongue. It's pretty cool. So the fact that they are showing support again is awesome to see. So Overall, big things to pay attention to. There's a lot of different ways to watch your teams and your matches. I will leave a link to this in the description down below. So if you want specifics of knowing when your team plays, when the heck they're at, what broadcast you need to be paying attention to, that is going to be your best friend. You can also go check out, obviously, on Twitter, all this stuff. I'm sure they'll be tweeting out when the matches and stuff are going on. Or if you watch the broadcast as well, you'll be able to do it. Usually what will happen is they will do what is called a squad stream if you are a Twitch partner, which Rocket League and RLCS Esports obviously are. At the bottom it'll say watch squad stream, and it'll actually have both streams, and you can cycle between which chat you want to be in, all that kind of stuff. You can just click what broadcast. Makes it really, really easy to do. So, and if they don't do that, I personally will yell at them. I will send a message and be like, please make this thing happen. And then they probably will. So I have no doubt that they'll be able to do that. So whether it be on twitch.tv/Rocket League, twitch.tv/all esports, or twitch.tv/Lawler, you can come watch. You can come hang out with us. So with that said, there's a lot of teams boot camping and everything else, and we've got some international scrims to get to. So if you guys do have any additional questions, comments, concerns, let me know down below. If you enjoy the content, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.